everyone. It's Thursday, meaning it's time for King's Pyrite, a Fool's Gold campaign. Let's start with introductions of players, and I'm going to give it to Batches.
All right. Hey, folks. This is Bat Kyle, your friendly neighborhood Bat Kyle here. You can find me on Thursdays playing everybody's My Blood Pressure is Actually Beyond the God's Understanding Newth. The Dad Mom Energy Druid who's probably about to talk to his God, and that will be a thing. You can find me here on Mondays playing everybody's favorite Half Demon Stoner Oracle, Jacob, just why, King. In our Buffy the Vampire Slayer TTRPG. It's always a good time. And otherwise, you can find me on the Discord posting memes about terrible food and other things. And that's about it. Luna.
Hi, Solo Dasher here playing the lovable Luna Moon. You can find me here only right now. I am trying to get back into a general streaming type of thing. I can't seem to find the right time to do it yet. Probably Saturday. We'll see how busy I am. But definitely not Sunday. I got a birthday party. Otherwise, you can find me on the Discord. Yell at me, scream at me. I don't care. With that, let's go ahead and turn it over to Encino.
Hi, that's me. I am Bison_Stonefist. Tonight I am playing Encino, no last name, the Dragonborn Paladin Ranger who is the big damn hero and wants everybody to know it. On Monday nights I play Jack, Comedy of Errors Aldridge, the somewhat lovable. People seem to, he keeps screwing up and people like him, so there must be something about that works. Also on the Grave New World game, I should mention that. On Tuesdays, I run the Cyberpunk Red campaign Carnage Heights. That one's a lot of fun. It's a big challenge for me because my players are crazy and they get me to do stuff that I didn't plan. And yeah, that's it. On to Boulder.
Hello, I'm Boulder, also known as Mudkip on the Discord. So really my only night that I'm here is Thursday nights. That's more I was able to carve out Thursday nights, and as much as I'd love to play other nights, life is a thing. Yeah, that's kind of it. I'm mostly lurking on the Discord, so even if I'm not there, I'm probably still reading things. But otherwise, that is kind of it. So I'm going to throw it back to our storykeeper.
Of course, I'm muted. Also tonight, our producer is Blaze of Gloriosa. And I am giving this extra warning at the beginning of our sessions now. This story is heading into territory that we don't normally head into. References of torture, harming children, and other much darker subjects are a possibility. My players and producer have an X card that they can use at any time. You, the audience, does not. I am not asking you not to watch our show, but to please take care of yourself. Thank you for listening to this extra bit of warning. And our VTT is Roll20. Art is from Hero Forge or Scarred's Fingers. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight. Everything else is from the book Fool's Gold campaign by Hit Point Press. Everything comes with the setting and is by Dingo Doodles and Felix Eyring. And with that, let's head back into this world, which means I have to say goodbye to Twitch. At the Dragon, Encino Badges Luna. Boulder just disappears. Just
we're missing a dwarf.
Is he the champion for somebody too? Because it always seems to be the gods just yanking somebody away from us at this point. I mean, I guess he's a warlock, isn't he? So maybe his patron needed to talk to him?
That's possible.
He did not say anything before leaving.
Yeah, he does that, though. He's just wandered off without a word, and we found him later, surrounded by pots. I'm sure we'll run into it. Either he's going to be just blipped back into existence with us at some other random point, or we'll run across him, probably when we're least expecting it.
Yeah.
So I
And
guess it's just us three now.
Badges, as you're talking, you feel what Encino and Luna sees is it's almost as if someone has cast on you Gothi's floral deluge as leaves and flowers kind of just sweep into the area and Badges disappears with it.
Mm.
Well, I can't say that I didn't expect this eventually.
Mine didn't look like that, did it?
He says that to Luna.
No, I think you just poof.
Badges. You get pulled into effectively a void space across a very plain table and chairs sits a woman in green.
Well, everybody else was being tagged. Figured sooner or later we would have this conversation. So how are you, my goddess?
I guess then you know of Fatalia's choice.
Given that Encino came back kind of in new duds and with a far uh, less vital bent to him, I suppose I would say, that I'm not surprised that he made the choice that he made, especially after we ended up with that's 2 Oathbreakers now. Jeez. And I've
Well,
still got these little god fragments in my moves here. So
those I cannot touch, as they are fragments of something soiled.
is okay. So there a couple questions come with this one. Is A, are they doing anything to me? Because having fragments
No,
of soiled divinity in
they
my
are not.
Nibnops just doesn't sound like it's a healthy thing. Okay, so they're not doing anything to me. Should I be trying to get them out somehow, or are they better?
Steve,
Okay. Will they rejoin him when I do? Is that a
it
bad thing?
depends upon how you remove them. If you offer it by choice, then yes. There's a possibility, though, that that entity may become one in you if you do not offer them.
Well, I definitely don't want that to happen, as I've only kind of heard one side of the conversations, but he seems kind of like a douche knuckle, so I really don't want to manifest someone like that, especially because they don't seem like they would play nice in my body.
As we have seen, this entity might be a larger problem in the future.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if what I happen thinks happened to him, I can't really blame him for being
No,
what he is now. But that doesn't mean that it's not a danger to anyone and everyone and everything.
that is correct. But that is not why I ask, well, retrieved you. If you know Fatalia's choice, then you know that the other deities have called their champions.
Yeah, I'm still not sure who Boulder belongs to, and I, I don't. Has anybody picked Luna? I think it's just Luna now that doesn't have some some deity kind of going, come on, do
At
things.
the moment, yes. Your friend Boulder's entity has told me, well, has requested of us all to not speak of him.
Oh, okay. All right. I honestly would have thought he'd have gone with Luna out of any of us, but fair enough. So,
And as for myself, I am lacking.
yep, yep. Still kind of surprised. This whole thing is just kind of a surprise to me. Like I just hadn't really thought that, like, you know,
In personality badges, you are most like me. Stubborn, demanding of protection for those that are weaker, and a leader to your group.
am I a leader? I thought they just didn't want to argue with me, so they just kind of put up with whatever.
Some say the honey badger is especially vicious when cornered and when placed into a corner.
Yeah, yeah. All right, that's fair. So what does this entail? Because up until now, I've pretty much just kind of gone around and done my best to keep mass destruction from happening to the wilds.
And that's all I request.
Well,
There will come a time that I will call upon you, but we are not yet at that time.
well, you do know my limits and what I stand for, so hopefully when that day comes, it's a call I'll be happy to answer.
And that is my hope as well.
Well then, how do we do this? Is there like anything to sign? Because I don't have my lawyer present, so I'll need to look over the paperwork first. But
Just
if there's
hits you
like,
with a twig. Just bam. I knight thee.
No, she smiles. I'll call you when I need you.
oh, I'm a
Cutting.
contractor. I got you.
Cutting to Boulder. The streets of Granite are bustling as post your drop off of many, many mimics.
It was a small cart full, all right?
Still
And that was
enough.
a while ago. It was like,
Still
what,
enough.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah. Still enough to cause issues initially. But now, as you look, and yeah, I'm doing it this way. You see people who are dressed more finely actually have like a chest or a chair following them now. An older couple you see too, what I'm effectively calling stools following behind them. They get tired. The stools come up behind them so they can sit for a moment, and then they continue their walk.
I see. So I'm guessing I'm pretty close to like a residential side of town, like towards
Yes.
more like commercial side.
Yes.
Monsters walking around. There's mimics, or at least
Yes.
animated furniture.
Yes.
Probably. Um. Okay. So I'm just thinking if there's any notable architecture, so anything that might identify. Well, one, I'm guessing I don't hear the sounds of the sea.
No, you do not.
Okay.
Yar.
So based on that, I know I'm not in Twinbur. So he either missed or is being funny, or both. But that doesn't matter right now. So I'm gonna go stay a bit more kind of to the side and try to listen to rumors and kind of either see if there's some way that either information or help can be kind of gained in this case.
Right. First one you hear, so they're the crowd that is passing by you, you can just listen. And the first one you hear a couple people, yeah, like I like the bellowing, the heroes of the bellowing wilds, but you know, why does catastrophe follow them around all the time? You heard about Bulgari, right? Yeah, but like that was also with the earthquakes. Yeah, but now Glenshire, they're going through some stuff. And the conversation keeps passing. The next one you hear somebody say, or couple people are talking. Did you hear? Kaisa, nothing, Zeros. They're all calling their champions. Apparently, they're hunting for the heroes of the Bellowing Wilds. They're really mad at them for something. Some more time passes by.
I'm realizing all I'm getting is gossip.
Yep. And this time it's a couple of I'm gonna say middle school to high school kids, all Mosnian. As they pass by you, God, those heroes suck. They're not even really heroes. I bet they're actually causing all this shit just to get famous. And yeah, I heard it come out of my mouth, so y'all got an extra quack.
It makes me so happy the fact that they don't know who the heroes are.
No, they don't.
Which is even funnier.
They just don't like you guys.
Okay, well, I'm frankly apathetic, so congratulations. So that doesn't help me. I'm also figuring it has to do with more where I am in town. Especially people are more affluent. There's less down to earth issues.
Mm-hmm.
Or information like, what town this might be. Because yes, Mosnian narrows it down, but not that far.
At some point in it, you do hear the words granite.
Okay. Or walking by town square, it says like something more obvious or along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
You start to notice all the shops are rock themed.
Yeah.
The problem is there's about 2 towns, maybe more, that would have that kind of theming.
Oh, that is true. Alchemist Quarry, Pyrite. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's a couple towns. It's not magical enough for Quarry.
Well, no, it's still standing too much to be Alchemist Quarry.
That too. There's less massive craters that I help rebuild.
It's slightly less crater shaped.
Okay. What time of day is it?
It's about noon.
About noon?
Yeah.
So Boulder kind of looks at Pebbles like, I mean, other than trying to find the guard and see what they might be doing, still kind of at a loss. We're just kind of getting the lay of the land, figuring out where was he just dropped, other than the middle of a town somewhere. Last time I did this, I found badges and the rest of them. So let's see if we can either prevent that from happening again, because I don't want to be part of 2 at the same time, because that gets confusing.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't betray you, badges. That's what he's trying to get at.
It's not about
As-
betrayal. It's just hurtful. We spent so much time together, and now you're dipping us.
I don't want to nearly die immediately without being able to trust people. I can trust you all not to get killed alongside me. New
That's fair.
people are more variables.
as
So I'm probably walking around probably closer to like hills and mines if there's kind of those around.
okay.
That's a little bit more familiar than all the, buildings and hustle and bustle.
So there is an ancient mine. Mind you, who are you going to see to ask about like the mine?
I mean, is there anybody near the mines?
Yes.
Or is it pretty much abandoned? Okay, there are people near the mines.
Oh yeah.
If there's somebody that would look like they're
So yes, it is open to visitors. Think of this place more like a kindergarten.
what?
You're in a Mosnian town.
I know I'm
They're
in a
all
Mosnian
rocks.
town. I'm processing the fact that it's an ancient mine, which is a kindergarten.
As you see precious gems of all sizes as children of all ages.
Me and Boulder are processing the information provided. It's
They're mining the kids, dude.
That's how they bring the kids to life.
okay. This is very different than how I was processing the information. I was processing this as I don't know what to do with the kid. Just chuck them in the mines for the day. They'll be fine. The children yearn for the mines, don't they? And I'm like, what do I mean,
Children
I
long
thought-
for the mines.
I thought dwarven culture was kind of messed up in this campaign, but I guess Mosnian took the cake, didn't they? Okay. Jeez. Okay.
We're off to a
Boulder's
great
learned
start.
things today.
Boulder's now Arnold in
So-
Kindergarten Cop.
So, my
Who's your
best
daddy?
way
What
of
is
explaining
he?
this is think like a delivery room, a pre-K, a kindergarten.
I understand what you're saying.
It's not a kindergarten, it's a kinder rock garden.
There we go, kinder rock garden.
Okay. So, bottom line is, Boulder thought he was going to be at home. Now he's exceptionally confused and slightly uncomfortable.
As there are families picking up their kids.
And here's this dwarf just hanging out watching them.
I mean,
You're going
Why did
on a
this
watch
just turn
list,
into
buddy.
a horror? Why did this just turn into a horror movie with Badget with Boulder as like?
see, Boulder is trying to comprehend the situation, which turns out there is no comprehension of the situation. It's like people looking at dwarven culture going, what the heck? He's looking at Mosnians going, sure, that works. I guess.
So
So I guess he's gonna move on and try to see if there's any is any reason for him to kind of stick around. He might even kind of go towards merchants to kind of see like what's being brought into town, what's leaving.
So as you're traveling around, you find the Wonder Workshop, which is where the Mosnian artists create beautiful projects of art. You find the statue of Stumpy, the first Mosnian. You find the telescope, the Starlight Telescope. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not the time of year for that. Packwell, which is a restaurant, as there are no inns or taverns because Mosnians don't need to sleep or eat.
You're
but
not
Pac-
wrong.
But Packwell is one of the few places that actually does have food, hot food, cold food, and soft beds. And then there is a secondary cafe that is for cakes only.
Okay.
Well, we'll see how that one goes.
So there's a cake place
Yep.
and there's this restaurant. And that's like it.
Yes.
Except for like the arts, which seem like they're pretty popular within like the basically the art museum kind of area.
Yes. Let me give you some time to think
Please.
as we cut back to Badges returning as champion for Generisa.
Does he smell
Well-
like freshly mowed grass now?
I was actually going to say jasmine or honeysuckle.
I would go with honeysuckle because there's some tasty things you can do with honeysuckle. So he just kind of swirls back and he's like, "Well, figured if everybody else was getting tagged, it was going to happen for me eventually. Especially since somebody had to reject Generisa.
I gave her an offer. She refused it.
Yeah, she's kind of an all or nothing sort of goddess, though. Were you offering to share time between the gods?
Serve the Great Mother now. The Lady of Death after. That was the plan. But no. Someone
Yeah.
doesn't want to share.
Look, polyamory isn't for everyone, okay? So,
Sleep.
uh,
Waking up to two goddesses on the other side of the table was not that bad.
yeah, I know. Don't worry. Yeah, they're goddesses. They're gonna look good. But so yeah, I'm Generisa's now. Part of me, just more out of spite than anything, wants to be annoyed that I was the second choice, even though I'm a druid and you only like started learning ranger stuff not long ago. But you know what? I'm gonna be the bigger man here and just let that one go. So, we're heading back to Breckert to see how the Crowdons are shaping up, assuming no more of us are going to be yoinked by the gods. A reminder, y'all, Luna's only 15. Okay, I think we can get on the dragon.
So,
I had something and it's gone.
Luna, how do you respond to
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I was on mute this whole dang time. I was making noises. Uh, what? What? She looks between the two, like, what, huh? What?
Everybody's being tapped by God. Everybody beyond a certain age, I think. Well, Lucas was in Oath. Yeah, Lucas was already an Oathbreaker when we met him. Dez broke her oath not long ago, so we got two Oathbreakers. But then Encino now works for Generisa, the goddess of death. I am now the
Vitalia.
champion.
Italia?
Oh, Vitalia, whatever. Not my goddess, don't care.
Andale.
Yeah, I'm working for Generisa now, like officially as a champion, not just a druid. Somebody's got Boulder
Excuse
somewhere,
me, guys.
and I was just kind of reminding the powers that be that you're 15 and they need to leave you alone.
What's so good about having God?
That's a good philosophical question, and I would need to find certain
Encino's
herbs
just
and
like-
smoke them before we really got deep into that one. So I will say that they can grant a lot of powers to their faithful. Like I couldn't do what I do as a druid without Generise's blessing. She is what I
So-
revere. So, but
So sorcerer has God?
I don't care. Do the sorcerers have a god? Magic? Is there a god of magic? There is a god of magic.
No, the gods have their own domains. There's a god of magic.
There
I
is.
have no clue.
I do.
I'm
What god
acting.
is
It's the
it?
wizardly watch.
That's wizardly.
Would that be common knowledge or?
Yes, you all would know that there is two gods, technically, of trickery or magic. One is the demon god of Aberith. The other is Debarius, the werewolf god.
Also, nothing.
And nothing. Actually,
And
you got
nothing,
3 of them.
yep.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
there's Aberith, the demon god of tricksters and such, and magic. So I'm honestly kind of surprised that he hasn't at least been sniffing around. Or Debarius, who is the werewolf god and god of magic, which kind of works for you as well. I could sort of say the canine aspect, but I will also say that I don't care, deity, demon, whatever. They better not try and give you the short end of the stick if they do come around to make you a champion, or I swear to God, I will find a way to drop a dragon rod on the divine.
Oh my.
I'm not muted.
So religion is really more of a the gods exist. Whether you venerate them or not is really up to you.
Okay. We go now?
Yeah, let's go now.
Okay. As long as I don't disappear, I'm okay.
Nope, you better not.
You back at least.
Yep, I'm back. Thankfully, that was a short meeting. I don't know. I feel like she
You
kind of
came back
expected
with
me.
significantly more fingers than I expected.
Well, see, here's the thing. I know I'm a salty bastard. I know I am combative and stubborn by nature. But I chose Generisa. I chose nature, and I still choose. And so there's really not any good reason for me at this point to have refused her or dug my feet in. I know it's not the same for a lot of other folks, but I knew what I was getting into, and frankly, once people started being popped in and out of reality by their deities or whatever, I figured at some point we were going to we were going to have this talk. So I'm not going to fight my goddess unless she asks me to do something that I will not do. And if she's actually my goddess, she'll never do that. So let's go see how Breckert is, even if they're a bunch of racist pricks. We can at least see how they're doing after fierce battle.
Okay. I drive.
Of course.
She just runs to the cockpit and starts getting the dragon warmed up.
Yeah, it doesn't. Once you're off the ground, it doesn't take you long to get to Breckert. Although, yes, they did have quite a few losses. They're not too bad, too hurt.
City always was quite self-sufficient, but most of the Cryodons in Seed, we need to get them ready, and I'm not sure how many Rangers survived the battle.
Well,
when you all land, Chip comes out to meet you.
Encino greets him like,
How do you fare?
All right. Not as many losses, although we were under control for a short time. You know us.
Step
Get a
into the
rebellion
last.
ready.
The the elder's been reawakened yet. I know it takes several months.
They needed to rest as they did fight. We had no choice.
A new ranger's been chosen.
There is a class training currently.
Good, good.
Thus why I can't let you all in at the moment.
Oh, look, we're not welcome in the city that we helped save. How shocking.
The current class is a little more shaken than our last. If adventurers were to come in now, they may lose their will.
The bond
Better to-
between Cryodon and Ranger is very fragile in the opening months.
Yeah, no, that great, great excuse. I'm sure it'll be something if we stop by again. Um, so everything's great here. Then you're doing fine. You don't need no stinking smooth skins. I got
We
you.
are getting back what we lost.
Most people can't do that, so good on you.
Lives we cannot, but at least our cryodons are safe.
Um, so anything else, Encino?
Encino seems pretty satisfied. He gives some more words of encouragement to Chip and, you know, kind of tries to instruct the new teachings that, that's, it's good to be self-sufficient, but you can't always go it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Try to instill that aspect of survival. And then, once he's done, he heads back to the dragon.
They are a strong lot. They shall prosper once again.
You say so.
Well, because that seems to make you happy, I'm happy for you. So, what's the next step? We don't have Boulder, but we could try to find the banjo, or we could go to Pyrite and throw this weirdly beating heart into it.
We
For some
do.
reason, I keep wanting to shove it under some floorboards, but we don't even have floorboards on the dragon.
No, we don't. You tell me where I fight.
The heart gives me what was that word that Kurt used? The willies.
The willies. Yeah.
I have
So
a
you
feeling
guys-
that throwing the heart will be complicated.
You also need to explore the jungle.
Do we, though?
It was one of the ones that
Oh, I know it's on the list, but
yeah.
we can do that later. Things always seem
There's
to go
slightly
worse.
better defined ones.
Yeah. There's definitely better than just wander the wilds till you find a crystal shard of immense power, which I think we've already done at least once.
The wrong crystal each time.
No. If we get a crystal of immense power, all it says is find one in the jungle. We did that one. I'm still quibbling with Wizardly over it, but for now we'll do the heart thing. And given what Pyrite is, I don't think it should be as difficult as you might think, because food places will throw anything into a deep fat fryer.
What is that?
A deep fat fryer?
Yeah.
The
Oh, it's
bane
real-
of young chefs.
What?
The bane of young chefs.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that
So,
too. That's
okay.
pretty much you heat oil really hot, and then you bread something, It's fantastic. And then you dip that into the oil and it just cooks it in this fantastic way. Makes like the outside's nice and crispy. And
Oh,
yeah, it's
Just make sure it's not frozen.
No want.
yeah.
yeah. I'm saying this happens on the. This conversation is all on the dragon as you guys are
Flight.
flying.
Yeah,
into
yeah, as we're
Pyrite.
flying.
Yeah. She's busy
Okay.
flying, but they're talking behind her while she's flying.
The other way. Cutting back to Boulder very quickly because you did message me that you're just going upriver to
I mean,
Pyrite.
so the thing is, everything's fine here. Like, there's not really anything that kind of hearing from the guards that there's any issues or reason for him to really stick around.
Nope.
So he's at the okay. If I hear anything like from the merchants, sure. But otherwise, he's gonna either purchase passage, or at least, claim himself a mercenary and serve one of the ships heading upriver. Because I'm sure there's plenty of ships going there and back.
There is. So now
So I'm taking the long way around.
I gotta get my notes back now. Okay.
And I did find a bunch of rocks.
I
Just-
got a rock.
And I'm sure one of them, nope.
I can imagine he picked up one. It started to cry. He went, "Nope."
That's somebody's kid. Nope.
Nope. I'm going on a watch list. Now it's official.
Sorry.
Oh no, everybody knew the joke was there. We just took
I'm
one
not a
person to go for
rock.
it. He found Pretty Rock. Pretty Rock got too close to the kindergarten. Ah, shoot, gotta go.
Okay. So, yeah. The yep. Okay.
I mean,
so this is how
I'm
we're
sure you're
doing
gonna
it.
see the dragon flying in towards town.
Yeah, so yeah, as you all are flying in, you can see boats and so many people are headed to Pyrite.
Hey Siri, play the Neverending Story theme song.
Can you actually Hey Siri, stop.
Oh no.
I'll play it after. Never ending story. Sorry. Sorry. I'm getting really distracted today.
I think we're all a little distracted today.
So, as you all and Boulder from the ship, you can see how busy Pyrite is. Hell, you all can smell it. The smell of indulgent foods, of smoke, of smokers rising into the air. You can see plumes of colorful smoke, of beautiful green fields full of produce surrounding the town. Pyrite is considered like a food mecca in the Bellowing Wilds.
Just we have found your church.
Don't tell my first church about second church.
The most interesting thing is as you land, as you get off the boat, the people's clothing here is not extravagant. They are using every part of the animal when they go hunting, meaning every part, even for clothes.
Encino feels right at home.
Yep. For Encino, Badges, and Luna. Since you did land with a giant mech dragon, as you are walking into the city, a middle-aged half-orc walks up to you, takes your hands. Whoever's stepping off first.
Encino's the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get attacked. He's gonna come out first.
He is over 7 feet tall. Are you looking up or down to him?
Encino is 7'9", so down.
He comes up to you, shakes your hand heartily. There's not many times that I meet someone taller than me. But it's nice to meet you.
Twice.
Come, you all must be the heroes.
Must we be the heroes?
We are expected.
No, not at all. Wasn't expecting you all at all, but I mean, if you're coming in that thing, I can only imagine that's the way the heroes of Bellowing Wilds travel, right?
If it, God. Yeah, maybe if we were the heroes, I'm sure we would fly around in this mech dragon that we just flew around in. Prefer not to make a big thing out of it, though.
Well, I mean, look
And
at
what
us.
we're gonna do? Park way out of view and walk like savages? We have a mech dragon.
I don't know. Take a boat like a normal person.
Well,
you-
considering parking out of the way and walking was what we did last time.
Yeah, but we would have had to park way out of the way for them not to see the giant mech dragon settle within at least relatively easy walking distance. So there really wasn't a win on this one.
Slightly less conspicuous than a cart full of furniture.
Yeah.
Um,
Furniture that bites.
as he is kind of giving you all the grand tour, Boulder, on the quieter side, with the boats that are coming in that are bringing in huge crates of fruit and spices from all over. Where you're at is quieter. You don't get this welcome party.
That's how I like it. But anyway.
But as you all are walking around, you see posters up everywhere of the ancient zoo. Come see the ancient zoo. It is the major attraction of the area now, outside of the food.
After the ancient mines, I don't trust this place.
Yeah.
The
Fighting
poster of it
foodons are from.
has what it has an image of what looks like a shark hound, but it has 2 heads, 4 eyes each, 8 legs.
Well,
Sounds like Houndception.
Splicer did get a new warlock. That would be what I would expect.
I believe we would call this an I'm not Sleipnir anymore.
Like, is there a particular time?
Nope, it says come any day, come anytime. We are open.
I mean, with that thing guarding your door, yeah, you can be open whenever you want.
Oh, no. That's an exhibit.
That's a singular exhibit. Okay, you have my attention. I mean, I have nothing better to do, so I'll see if I can get a directions and try to head that way.
For Encino, Badges, and Luna, as you're walking, Mayor Joe, but he tells you to call him old, and I'm gonna try to get this right. Old Bobbins is what he calls him. Old Bobbins.
Old Bobbins.
he's showing you around. He tells you about the Bellowing Barbecue Festival. That is just an epic feast every day. Join the hunt. He's telling you to you can go and join and learn jungle survival skills. There's the Grand Bazaar. There's the Bone Blade Boutique. The Brontosaurus Brewery. Devotion after dinner. He's naming off restaurants and then he goes, but if you want something real fun, there's a couple of folks that found this place right outside of town. Turned it into a zoo.
Oh, that's new. Badge is like, yeah, I lived here for years. This is where I honed my love of food and being out in nature before I ended up on the path to being a hero because of certain people. you know. Uh you know. So we'll have to see the zoo. Do they cook the animals from the zoo every once in a while?
Yes, they do.
Okay, good.
You can get some really weird stuff there. It's fun.
Definitely have to check it out. Appreciate it.
Take your kiddo with you. She'll real like it. As she points to Luna.
Yes, we couldn't have our own, so we had to adopt. He's gonna put a armor on Encino.
I ship it.
Yeah, Encino would absolutely lean into it. I mean, Badge is basically putting his arm around Encino's waist.
Yeah.
Encino can just plop his arm down on Badge's shoulder.
Yep.
Interesting place to raise a child, but we do our best.
I mean, I don't judge. Adventurer's adventurer.
Question though, do you know who has the best deep fat fryer in town? Because I have to do a thing. We have to do a thing.
Brontosaurus Brewery.
Okay.
They also have Soul Sugar beer.
Oh.
Truly delicious.
Well, do we want to do that first, or should we see the zoo and kind of experience the town before it possibly, I don't know, sprouts wings and flies into the sun? Or whatever terrible thing is going to happen here.
I feel like the zoo might be a good use of the afternoon.
Well, all right then. Let's go to the zoo.
The main attraction's gonna become us.
Luna, I will get you that information later.
Okay.
Encino still has a berry. You want an attraction. Turn into a quacking dragon.
Now I gotta get back to the place. Here it is. Okay. So, so as Mayor Joe hears you talking about, he goes, "Oh, here," and he hands you a key. There's a couple of exhibits that are a little more VIP, and for the heroes of the Bellowing Wilds, you'll want to see them.
God, if this some sort of weird ass brothel, I'm gonna have a problem.
I mean, we are in Pyrite. I'm sure there is one, Badges.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I don't want to go to one that's hidden in a zoo. Just something fundamentally not kosher with that one about me.
They call them.
Sure, they have non-kosher salt. I'm sure they do.
It's all non-kosher. It's
non-kosher Mosnians.
This is not what I planned at all, but yeah, y'all are getting back together today. I had planned for Boulder to be gone for like good 2 or 3 weeks.
I mean,
We could. I was actually literally just brain farting
Eh,
when I picked one. I didn't realize that that's actually where Boulder was going.
Granite doesn't exactly have too many places around it to go.
That is true.
Your option
Yeah.
is either or whatever is
You're
on the
either here
west
to
of the
eat
map,
or you're here to do something else.
or you can go down to the Felsen Mountains. Sounds like a great time.
Shut ya's pie hole. Nice.
Yeah, there's even more restaurants that I just haven't gotten to talk about.
Oh,
But yeah, Butcher's Best has fresh jungle lamb, Old Bobbin's Barbecue House, PYRYT, Patty's, Shunta Pie Hole, Worm and Hook, and a restaurant at the zoo.
Of course there is. It's like the gift shop.
Um,
Get some overpriced churros.
As far as Boulder, even if he sees the others, he's probably going to stay back a bit
mhm.
just to kind of observe for a while.
Okay.
So he's going to kind of see the attractions first. If he runs into them, great. Otherwise, if he sees them go into a locked door, he's going to get curious very fast.
And, yeah, we are going to go into the VIP places, of course. I just, wanted to make my listener badge want to make his position clear on brothels in the zoo. So
I will tell you, this is not a brothel.
Not in
Okay,
front of
good.
the puppy.
No.
That's an entirely different gag.
The fact that is a gag is an issue. The
Only
fact that
for
I
you.
actually, sorry, I am literally building a map for you guys right this moment.
Okay.
Because I had not planned to go here today.
But you didn't
Again?
expect us to speedrun to a plot point that you were kind of like, oh yeah, no, they have the entire Bellowing Wilds, right? They might
Yeah, I
go
was like,
Rascom, right? Nah.
they're going to Rascom. They're going to Bundarico. Y'all talked about. I
Pretty
was
sure
like,
they specifically
I
said
have
no Bundarico.
time. So I can do this without the map for a little bit.
I mean, Boulder's gonna go find some rock candy if things are still loading in the background.
Yeah. Okay. So the door slide open with a gentle swoosh, revealing a ticket booth and gift shop. Further inside, a crowd of people is gathered, oohing and awing in front of a display. A winding path outlined by plush ropes leads to a window where a cheerful bronze dragonborn is selling tickets.
Sino goes up to and buys 3 tickets.
yeah.
2 adults and a child.
How fast do I move? I move fast enough that we now have a map.
Wow.
So yes. As you enter the lobby, a board guard is actually out front. Like, okay, and it says, he says to you all, if you have any weapons, please make sure that they are secure at all times. We would request that no one get hurt at this time. Please do not attack any of the animals. They are all in protective housing and they will not attack you. So please have your weapons taken care of at all times.
When was the last incident, if I may ask?
We've never had one.
So why do they have a guard on staff?
I don't know. I'm just saving up for culinary school.
Oh, which one are you planning to attend?
Pyrite University.
It's a good one.
I don't have the money for the fancy one.
Yeah, that took a lot of saving.
Behind him are two doors to the north side of the hall, both with signs in Common, Draconic, and Orc saying Zoo staff only.
So does our key fit in the lock for those doors?
No,
I'm sorry, what staff
No.
only?
Zoo staff only.
Zoo staff. Wait, so the staff are allowed to have weapons, but we're not?
You're allowed to have weapons, but they request that you not have them out at this time.
But the employees get to have stabs.
By their staff.
But
Oh,
Womp.
I'm here, y'all. I swear I'm here. My brain's just somewhere else.
That's
So-
okay. That was a pun that you don't have to feel bad about missing puns because they're always terrible.
So, Encino, as you go up to the bronze dragonborn, she kind of looks up at you and are you here to buy a ticket?
3 tickets. 2 adults, 1 child.
2 silver each.
He hands out 6 silver.
She takes it, does not stop looking at you, and hands back 3 tickets. Thank you.
he's
I'm not
single. If
surprised.
that's
I'm
what's
probably
going
the
on
only thematically accurate dragonborn that serves Vitalia. So
Yeah, she's
I'll the
just
only
kind of like,
thematic-
I get this a lot.
I can imagine.
Have a pleasant day.
Yeah, you too.
At some point, Boulder also comes by,
Yep. And this time, 2 silver.
hands 2 silver.
Hands ticket. Thank you.
Actually,
Have a good day.
rummages through like silverware first, finds actual coins, gives coins.
As you
Was it
are
a
in
4?
this, as you pass the gift shop, you see an amalga hound hat, a plush toy shark hound, wind up mag monkey, and a set of 5 postcards. That is all they have in their gift shop.
Encino gets the Amalgahound plushie.
This will be perfect for Jeff.
Yeah.
I miss him.
As you're walking around and get to this area, 4. Frozen in a glimmering blue field of energy is a massive shark hound-like creature. Its body bears scars from many grafts and additions. It's covered in thick armor plates interspersed with goopy ooze. It has 3 thorn-covered tails. Both of its heads are snarling in rage or pain. A plaque in front of the exhibit says, "This creature may have been mutated by chaos magic. If it weren't for the field containing it, our researchers suspect it would kill us all."
Yeah, looks like it has reason.
Half
to.
right.
That's
Don't
pretty
do it.
horrifying.
Near
No,
here,
we're gonna just leave it. I can't fix it.
near here is the Amalgadog cart where they sell Amalgadog hot dogs.
It's just 2 hot dogs on 1 bun
It
with
doesn't
ketchup
actually
and
say
mustard
what
down
it
the
is,
side.
but yeah.
The badges is gonna get one. Let's see how they do here. Their carnival foods.
And yeah,
Yep.
it is just that.
Is it, real meat or real meat?
I don't know if you'd have
Both.
to roll for that.
It's 1 in 1, sir.
Let's see here. That is something badges would
Survival.
No.
It's funny.
Yeah, I would say probably survival or
Yep. Okay, here they
Oh,
are.
that's 25.
So the difference between there is an amalgam hound costume. The person who's selling it is in an amalgam hound costume. They tell you the difference between a hot amalga dog and a regular hot dog is that the amalga dog has 2 sausages in the bun. So you're right. And they are delicious.
is exactly what I would expect and want a hot dog sold in a zoo to taste like. Luna, did you want one?
And you can ask for mustard and ketchup as well. This is me reading as fast as I can.
Was that a yes?
You're
Oh no. Okay, you're muted.
No, I'm not.
Why
was
is
not
Zoom
muted.
being weird?
I don't know.
Okay,
May
we can
not-
hear you now.
you may
Okay,
not
well,
have been
maybe it was
talking.
just. Maybe it's just because I was being really soft. I said no, thank you.
Okay.
I see.
Well, then
So-
we'll continue the tour.
In 6, on each side of the hall, glimmering stasis fields hold strange creatures: an armor-plated monkey, an enormous crab, a flock of brightly colored sheep. On the other side, living creatures are kept behind glass. In the center hall is a deluxe hot dog stand staffed by someone in a mascot costume. The costume is a cute version of the 2-headed monstrosity kept in stasis. Families are enjoying the meals at 4 picnic tables, and their excited chatter fills the cavernous space.
Well, I just had a dog, so we don't really need to stop here. Let's go look at the stasis trapped horrors.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
take a look at the stasis fields themselves.
all right. You so for Boulder, roll me Arcana. For yeah. Badges, Luna, Encino. Where are you headed first to see what or whom?
For a 17.
You said the stasis ones are on the top and the living ones are at the bottom.
6, A, B, and C are all stasis, while D, E, and F are the glass.
Okay.
Let's start with
He's gonna
6A.
Yeah, and Encino's gonna go down to the bottom ones and he's gonna observe the animals.
Okay. 6A is in mag monkey. It has 2 tails, thick metal plates growing all over its body. For you, Encino, which one are you seeing first?
6D.
6D. Emerald throated hoaxer. You have actually seen one of these already in the wild. In one of the first sessions we did.
Oh, that was that killer bird, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Luna, where are you headed?
Follow badges.
Okay. And with a 17, you recognize the stasis fields, Boulder.
I'm sure they seem awfully familiar compared to Alchemist Quarry.
These are foreclaimer tech.
Yes. Oh, lordy.
Okay.
Did you say that out loud?
I mean, if narratively convenient, he could be looking at the fields at the same time they're looking at animals, and that's what he says. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, Lord.
And that's when Badges and Luna meet back up with Boulder.
Okay, cool. I don't need to roll the perception check then.
Oh. I wondered when you were going to show back up.
Looking around town.
You
Yep.
look kind of around too.
So you coming on the dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Got met at the landing spot. Went on a whole tour. Saw the signs about the zoo. Figured we would check it out before we go toss the into the deep fat fryer and see how badly that screws up this town.
Based on the fact that Jack has us after crystals and the containment fields look like they're four-claimer tech. If we're gonna do what Jack wants us to do, these things are probably getting out.
You
What
mean,
did
what's
Jack
it
want to
do?
do here?
Well, if there's a big old crystal somewhere in this place,
Oh,
Oh.
I don't think we're after the crystal here. The crystal we're tasked to find is somewhere out in the wilderness
that's for Wizardly.
for Wizardly. Yeah, and I'm not robbing a town of its crystal for Jack. I'll go into a tomb or something, or actual ruins and loot stuff. But if he wants to take their crystal from this town when they're obviously using it for something, then that's going to be problematic for me.
Okay.
But we are throwing this heart into a deep fat fryer and seeing what happens.
I mean, at least it's better than releasing whatever abominations are all spliced together here.
Yeah. I will admit I would not be surprised if somehow through some contrived series of events, we do throw this heart into a deep fryer and somehow that's going to cause forgot where I was going with that one. It's been
It's
a long
okay.
day.
I guess from the animals we're looking at, I mean, they're clearly not natural.
No,
Most of them.
Most of them look spliced in some way.
Okay.
What is the next display that you all are looking at? Encino?
Encino's going to go to 6E, but while he was at the courser, he wanted to just kind of observe the animal to see how it's behaving in this environment. If it's like in distress or scared, if it's angry, or if it's just,
Roll me animal handling or nature? Roll me nature.
nature. Okay. It's so good on the roll you didn't tell me to do. That's an 8.
I'll actually take the survival one, actually.
Okay,
for
23.
this. As you look at the hoaxer, its plumage is dull, and the bower that it has built is lopsided. It pecks dispiritedly at the glass. It looks so sad in there.
Those rooms are too big. He's
For-
going.
Oh.
I'm assuming that he's going to see something similar in E and F, just different animals, right?
You'll have to look.
Yeah, he'll go to E next.
We'll go to
Alright.
B next, I suppose.
Follow to
Alright.
B.
So in B is a crab as tall as a person, frozen in the blue stasis field. Its huge claws are raised. For E, a single yellow ape sits alone behind the glass. The small enclosure is been designed to look like a hot springs, like near Bushwick. There are two signs on it. The first, the yellow-furred ape is endemic to the Swamp Rock Mountains. These highly social creatures enjoy bathing in the hot springs. A second handwritten sign reads, "Do not tap the glass."
I'm guessing this poor guy looks just as bored as the.
He is sitting in the corner, faced away.
Encino, outwardly he doesn't say anything, but his tail is starting to swish.
Are there any animal noises in this room, Sarah?
One.
One.
Yeah.
Okay. If there's one, Boulder is going to likely regret using Speak with Animals. To try to make sense of it.
Okay. No, actually. But you are going to cast it anyway?
I mean, if I'm reading this right, it's without expending a spell slot, so he's going to do it.
Okay. Okay. So the only ones you can hear is the croaking of frogs. And although Encino can tell you the inkpot frogs are not on exhibit, you can still kind of hear them croaking relatively nearby of let us go, free us, help, we're trapped, we want to go home.
It's going to be a long hour.
Yep.
So, Badges, I don't think I need to tell you, everything here hates being caged.
Yeah, no, I 100% get that. The stasis makes sense for the monkey at least. I don't know, can't tell if the crab is natural or not.
And the final stasis field for you guys, 6C, is 7 jungle sheep, magically frozen, still with a murderous gleam in their eyes.
I know, like it.
Yeah, these things are probably better off being in stasis, but the actual animals over there, they're miserable. This whoever's running this zoo is not actually taking care of these animals at all. If you're going to keep them, which I don't agree with in the first place, but if you're going to keep them, you need to give them adequate enclosure size. You need to watch their diet. They need enrichment. Those monkeys are not solitary creatures, so having one alone, even with the replica hot springs, is just constantly psychological torment for that poor thing. And the frogs, well,
What froggy?
Yeah, Encino goes to F because he wants to see exactly. It's like he's seen the first two.
F, the display has a sheet of glass instead of stasis field, a handwritten sign stuck to the glass reads, Inkpot frog display under maintenance. Come back soon.
Encino, he goes back to this little spot between D and E, and he casts create food and water and splits the 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of fresh water between the two enclosures. So it's not great food, but it's going to be a hell of a lot better than what they're feeding them.
Okay.
He very carefully places his hand on the monkey's exhibit. And just he's trying very hard not to be mad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, it's kind of the Generisa programming from, being a faithful servant for so long. He hates seeing this crap.
Yeah.
He's like,
It isn't much, but it's better than what they're giving you.
we know that?
If they're that miserable, then what they're eating is probably not good for their diet.
Might not be this.
But
This
at the same
seems-
time, 15 gallons of clean water and
Yeah.
22.5 pounds of fresh food that they could eat for 24 hours
Yep.
before it goes bad and just dies.
Yep.
So as you head towards 7 A and B, there's two signs. To 7A, it says washrooms. 7B, there is a heavy locked door.
Does our key work in that door?
Yes, it does.
Well, all right.
That's
Is
convenient.
anybody need to use the bathroom before we go on?
Based on the
I could
enclosures,
still
I'm
throw up.
concerned.
And Zeno's like,
If I was able to throw up, I would.
Yeah, we're gonna have a talk with whoever's in charge of this place after this.
Fine, we can do talking.
We're gonna try talking first.
just want to
Then they're gonna find out the wrath of nature.
And we can't
come.
just break them out, right?
Children.
Yep, there are children and families in the area, even if the animals themselves are not necessarily a danger. Breaking all that glass, causing the commotion, could have unintended side effects. As well, doing so would mark us as criminals in the town. Destruction of property and such, even if we're the heroes. And I don't want to deal with that if I can avoid it.
Fine.
So we will try talking first, and if diplomacy should fail, well,
Well, there's always time and place for subterfuge.
or just being picked up by your limbs by a stone golem and given the choice to let the animals go or keep your legs.
let the Wookiee win.
Big Steve is very passionate about animal safety.
So, as you head down to 12, the air here is stale and still. The noise of the crowds above begins to fade out of earshot. The walls and the floors are made from the same flawless glass-like material as above, but no posters or adverts have been plastered here. It is as if whoever once worked here has just stepped away for a moment. You see above you a sign in a language in Stelkin.
Okay.
What's the thing,
What
Luna?
does it say?
I already sent it to Luna in chat.
Oh, okay,
Alright.
sorry.
It says, what does it say?
Possibly. Hazardous area to keep out. And just a list of hazards.
Pretty much. It
Oh,
says,
neat.
danger, no go, need safety. I'm misreading it on purpose, by the way.
No worries.
But yeah, some says it's like that. It says the big one says danger, but rest of it says no enter area without knife.
Don't go in here unarmed, maybe?
Probably a little rusty. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
You're adventurers. We never go unarmed.
It's true.
You
Well-
lied to the person at the door?
He just told us to clip it. He didn't tell us to put him
That's fair.
away.
I mean, he said to kind of just kind of tie the bow around it that doesn't, hurt anybody. I guess the
Mhm.
bows are coming off.
I can still hit them with the sheath on.
Oh, mine's a hammer. Mine, you like it just kind of cushions it a little bit. It still hurts.
Yeah, quarterstaff. If I
It's
even
wrapped
use
in
the spell.
bubble wrap.
Yeah.
I have
They can't bubble wrap friggin' vine whip, so
Where are
And-
you all headed?
what are the options? We know there's a sign, but is it like, are there different passageways?
You see, oh, uh, so the sign in this area is over 12A, the stairwell.
Okay.
There are other rooms that you can walk in here. It is your choice.
I mean, I think we should look around first before finding out what's down the danger staircase.
Well, I think we already went through the danger staircase. Didn't we?
Now we're on the danger floor,
Yeah.
correct?
Or are you talking about, is 12A another set of stairs up?
Down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So no,
Oh,
we
okay.
definitely want to check out this floor we're on before we go up more.
We're-
Yeah.
We're here on the map as opposed to there.
Okay. Yep. Nope. Gotcha. So I would say it's never gone bad for us to just randomly look into rooms in ruins. So why keep that, or why break that streak? Let's just open door number 13.
A flat metal bed stands in front of the middle of the room, surrounded by ominous looking mechanical arms that bristle with surgical equipment. 4 thick metal restraints line the edge of the bed, currently standing open.
I'm not getting on the bed.
No,
No.
that looks like a splicer's nightmare or dream right there. Depends on the splicer, I suppose.
Has it been recently used?
No.
I don't want to go.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna close this door and pretend it didn't happen, and then maybe go across the room. Do we want to go across the room to 15, or just down the hall a little to open 14?
Luna will follow you.
You know what? I think the right hand rule might make sense in this instance. We just kind of follow the room to the right in case something's in the middle that we don't know about.
Okay. Well, then I guess we're gonna be opening 14 then.
Okay. This room is simple and efficient. 3 bare metal beds stand against the northern wall, each with complex 4-clamor machines bolted to the floor next to it. Lines of glowing energy run up from the floor into the machinery.
These are powered.
There are 4 different sayings, all in Stelkin, on the wall.
Live, laugh, love, lacerate.
Luna, what you see is productivity leads to positivity. Your effort is important, and embrace the efficiency of efficiency.
So pretty
They
close.
deeply stalking stuffs.
Okay. Anything important or just?
Basically, it's like their rules.
Well, I'm sure they had a lot of those.
Embrace efficiency. It's
They
one
wanted
of them.
to erase efficiency. Oh,
Embrace.
oh, embrace. My bad. Embrace efficiency. Oh, that sounds soulless and corporate.
Kind of funny
Mostly.
for a civilization that make things stop and where they are.
Yeah. I guess we can check out 15 then.
15 is a waiting room. It has 2 rows of chairs with upright backs. In one corner, there are 3 crates of amalgadogs, each weighing 200 pounds, and 2 barrels containing 12 gallons of ketchup and mustard, and a decanter of endless water.
Oh,
Food storage.
this is that place? Oh lordy. All right.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is this room refrigerated at all?
It doesn't say, but it's colder.
Okay, so it is refrigerated a little
It's
bit.
colder down here. Yeah.
Okay.
They're not going to kill people with foodborne illness. Oh my god, no. I did not think of that.
Oh
I
my
hope
word.
you like E. coli.
These Amalga dogs are crawling out of the crate and yelling squatters' rights. That's worrying.
Dogs are barking.
Okay. You just go to the next room.
Yeah, might as well check out 16.
There's a wide desk made from dark stone shot through with gold stands on the eastern side of the room. A 4-claimer terminal sits on top of it and glows to life if it is approached.
I go poke at it a little. I have no idea what I'm doing.
On the desk, there is a machine holding 4 cylindrical tumblers covered in Stelkin letters.
Luna, are you making any sense of this?
She is gonna look it over.
Roll me investigation.
All right.
Doesn't Boulder also know Stalkin? I know he wouldn't tell us what it says, but
I mean, technically, he can read all writing,
hmm.
and he's terrible about that.
Okay. As you look, there is a phrase: efficiency results in failure. Inefficiency results in failure.
Inefficiency results in failure. What that mean?
That means if you can do something in, fewer steps using fewer resources or whatever, that's called being efficient. Making the most of your time and saving time.
Or, considering that the 4-claimers think emotions are inefficient, what they think of those with, well, working emotions.
Yeah, that's quite likely too.
Encino approaches the terminal and is like,
This thing is active. What does it say?
She will walk over to the terminal and look at it.
You see, it needs a code to be used.
It needs a code.
Do any of you know knock?
I know why. I
So
I kind of want to check out those beds again, because between the beds and the table, this place almost feels like it's for something.
Yeah, this place is.
Research.
It is for Claimer.
I was gonna say seems like kind of maybe one of the places where they would, open the hole and put the crystal in.
you also, Luna, find numbers: 4, 21, 3, and 11.
Does she find this at the computer?
You do.
She's gonna type that in.
Error noise, no effect.
You try 3, 4, 11, 21.
Error noise, no effect.
Bison knows the answer, but Encino's too stupid.
I would probably normally know the answer, but I had an edible.
I'm half asleep. I don't think I'd ever know the answer.
Oh god.
Try password 1.
Letters of the alphabet.
What? Which alphabet?
Oh.
Which one?
Yeah, which one?
Okay.
Luna tries
Maybe-
typing it in using the Stelkin letters of the alphabet.
Error noise. No effect.
Are we in 17 or are we in 16 still?
You guys are still in 16?
I kind of want to check out 17 and come back to this.
Okay.
All right.
This room is lined with large filing cabinets filled with notes. There is another pale green crystal with red Stelkin numbers on it. Just like the first time. How you found the numbers.
Same numbers or different numbers?
It looks like different sign, like different. But you don't know. You can't read Stelkin, right? Or can you? I don't actually
No, I mean,
know
Boulder
anymore.
can.
Boulder can? Okay,
Yeah,
Boulder
Boulder
can, he
has
gets-
that weird I read writes.
Okay.
It's the stupid one I don't like taking, but there's only so many good invocations for warlocks.
Then it is 4, 15, 15, and 13.
Hmm. Oh, we can go back and try that one, or we can ferret through the notes. Do we see anything interesting? If we're just
As you're looking through, you realize that the cabinets, a lot of the cabinets are empty. The records that are still there are a durable material made from plants and crystals. Stiff, shiny, the words written on it are beautiful.
is it
Boulder,
Stelkin?
so you can read it. Yes, it is
Okay.
all in Stelkin. Give me an intelligence check. Investigation, actually.
Oh, okay. And we're
Never
gonna do.
mind.
You said what? You said intelligence. Just because he can read it does not mean he can understand it.
Investigation. Investigation.
Okay. That's for a dirty 20.
Damn.
Nice.
Boulder.
Okay. You got
Goodness.
it automatically, Boulder. These are all notes on the creation of the Amalgahound. Project Apex Amalgahound objective: create a credible challenge to the demigod Grover, understood to be Ambria's apex predator. Features: in imitation of the primordial Grover, the Amalgahound has been given 2 heads for greater intelligence, problem solving, and capability, and biting power. Coordination between the heads is excellent. Implemented Tarmar fog gland is a partial success. The fog gland is not yet functional underwater. Further development necessary. Status incomplete. Early soul infusions have resulted in chaotic and difficult to record results. Gender generated under deadly conditions. Subject is excessively aggression. At this time, it appears the regenerative diatoras flesh grafts are the only thing keeping the Amalgahound alive. Other adaptations lack balance, and the Amalgahound is tearing itself apart at the seams. Further Taras grafting may be necessary to further stabilize the unit. Expect estimated lifespan 1 to 3 years. Keep under crystal stasis until further notice.
Beast does not wish to exist.
I don't blame it.
Yeah, this is very unnatural, even for the wilds.
Not surprised that Fork Neighbors are using diatarask flesh, just not sure. Ethics weren't a thing for them. I forget about this frequently.
Yeah, well, when you don't have emotions, you can't feel empathy, and if you can't feel empathy, anything's on the board.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Is anyone headed to the power room? 1018.
You know, guys,
I mean, we're
I
getting
have
there
a
at some
weird-
point. So.
I have a weird feeling that the last room is the power room. It's as though I was inspired from above.
I mean, what'd you find a deity recently?
Yeah, this really isn't her shtick, though. It's- This is far and away from the natural order.
Oh. So we have a room at the end and then we have a stairs down.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So let's just look at this room that you think might be a power room, but let's take a look still.
Advise we don't touch anything.
Probably for the best, but
This room
know,
is
sometimes-
separated from the rest. Must be dangerous.
sometimes you just gotta touch the shiny things.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
Encino opens the door.
There is warnings in Stelkin that Boulder and Luna both know. Read power room warning: do not enter. As you open the door in Sino, a massive white crystal glows and hums inside a cradle of tubes and wires flowing down into the floor. The room is dazzling bright as the crystal pulses with energy.
Whack.
Okay. Ow.
Backs away.
Let's just close
Yeah.
that door.
We don't need any of what's in there right now.
You know
My
what?
eyeways.
Other than being blinded, we know where it is, and we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
And go deeper into this pit of despair.
Okay,
Deeper.
you guys are headed to 20 then?
By a
Alright.
12A.
Yeah, we'd have to go 12A.
Yeah. The stairs from the area above emerge into a long hallway which turns sharply to the west.
Why?
Near the
Why do
end
they
of
have
the
a
hallway,
90?
there is an airlock. Well, two of them. You see numbers 1 to 26 in Stelkin on the door.
This is where we enter the codes. I have a bad idea of which is which, or I am unsure.
Or if we have
Well,
them all.
Do we enter the codes though? Why?
Is there like a porthole through the door or anything? Like, can
Can't
we
see through.
Can't see in through.
You can't see what it's in there.
Is it dark or is it obscured?
It's obscured.
See, here's the thing. Whatever's down there, we
Mhm.
probably should just leave there because you know what's probably it's probably like a suspended animation amalgahound, like one of the early super horrible versions of it or something. And to be honest, unless it seems like somehow it's making it through the airlocks, and after all this time, I would imagine it's not.
Grass good.
Yeah, we don't need to. And in this instance, I would heavily suggest that we do not.
What are you trying to look for?
I'm just using divine sense to see if there are if there's anything, because it detects which is celestial, fiend, or undead.
Let me go find it. I mean, you guys had the answer above? Oh, so you said fiend?
Mm-hmm.
You get 1.
Something from the hells lies beyond.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they
Um,
summoned demons and took them apart for whatever this thing is.
How many did you say there were?
1.
Just one.
That could be Pebble.
Would Pebble be in there?
Wait, Pebble counts for that?
I mean, he isn't. Doesn't it say you
It's a-
sense?
Fiend, celestial, or undead. If that's true, then it's 2.
Yeah, he would.
He's
well,
technically a tiny fiend.
Okay, then yeah.
Okay.
Ping ping.
he looks at Pebble.
I could have sworn you were an elemental.
Oh, you just kind of ignored him.
One assumes it is made of rock. I suppose it isn't.
Hey.
Well, that hint of devil in there may not be the only thing. It sounds like they
The-
were just grafting all sorts of stuff to these things, so there's no telling.
The yeah, it's too bright in there at the moment through the doors that you can't see.
Well, we'll just keep that in mind for after we deep fry the heart.
Maybe the heart belongs to the thing inside. Who knows?
Yeah, with Wizardly, it's hard to say.
Perhaps we wait until after the zoo is closed in case we don't want to harm any civilians.
Well, here's the thing. The zoo never closes. The sign said you can come here at any time.
Quack.
So civilians could be a thing. I mean, there may be less of them at 2 in the morning. But
if
even
we-
sorry, go ahead.
What if we don't? And we just leave things as they are?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We just leave these and go deep fry the heart, and if something seems like it goes wrong, we know this is going to be one of the first places we look.
I will tell you, you can figure out what is in there. The 2 codes that I gave you. If you use
No, we're not using
there's
any
a letter
codes.
to letter cipher, letter to
Don't-
number cipher where A
Okay.
equals 2 and B equals 2 and so on.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're aware that we could solve the puzzle, but we don't know if what we solve the puzzle, whatever is in there is going to get released and going to be a problem. That's kind of what we're weighing.
I will tell you above board. Only way that it escapes is if you turn off the power to this place.
Yes, but we wouldn't know that.
I know characters don't. I'm
Yeah.
telling players.
Yep.
So
No,
if
and
you
I
wanna
trust you
just-
on that one, but the characters are all
Yeah.
paranoid. We've been down this road or similar roads many times.
Many times.
We have
PTSD.
fought the various horrors
Oh.
that it has wrought upon the world again. So,
Wait, Boulder, you still have speak with animals, don't you?
It lasts an hour. For better, worse, or terrifying.
This is where I'm going to close the curtain for tonight. Boulder, you hear one thing. Quack. And that is where we're dropping the curtain.
Beans and
for
rice.
tonight.
I hate it. I hate it here. I know what that is.
yeah.
I do too.
See, your guys' faces just go. I was like,
This thing may never escape for as long as the Bellowing Wilds may be. This thing cannot escape.
Oh.
Thank you for that. That cliffhanger? Is that a cliffhanger if
Yeah.
everybody knows what's at the bottom of the cliff?
It's
That's
a
what you call
cliffhanger
dramatic
because we
irony.
don't.
It's 100% dramatic irony or a Michael Myers moment.
Yep. So I gotta find my outro, y'all. I missed it. I lost it. Okay, so thank you so much to y'all for today. I think I just made up 90% of that because I wasn't expecting you guys to go there.
Oh, well
Thank
done.
you to Gloriosa for producing tonight.
Hey.
Yay!
Yes, I finally broke my player's mind. Thank you to chat. As always, I couldn't read your comments, but I thank you for being here. And thank you to those watching in the future on YouTube or the VOD. If you watched it to here, you must have liked it. So please hit the bell, subscribe, do all things to know when something is going out. There are how many shows a week, y'all?
Too many.
6.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
6, yeah, because
Yeah.
Wednesday I think is the only day we don't have something right now.
Also, please comment and tell me how I can do better as a DM. Because I'm still learning. This is only my second campaign that I've run. And as always, please be nice to each other. Night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Night night. Bye.